All right, we only have 3 weeks left to Selection Sunday, the day everybody gets to fill out their brackets and see who's playing who. And two of the big questions are who's going to be the number one seeds and who are the teams that are fighting for their lives down at the bottom. Well, the number one seeds, two of them are pretty obvious in Kansas and Kentucky. They both only have one loss. They both dominated their conferences, and so there's pretty much no doubt that they're the two of the four. The other two, Purdue has snuck into the mix with a 9-game winning streak that's included road wins at Michigan State and Ohio State, and all of a sudden they're looking pretty solid. Then the Syracuse-Villanova winner, and they meet on Sunday. They'll be one of the survivors to get in there, but there's one team to watch out for. If Duke runs the rest of their schedule and wins the ACC tournament, they have such a good RPI, even though they're the only ACC team in the top 25 for the first time in 33 years, they could be the fourth number one seed. The teams that are fighting for their lives in bubble games, and there's a bunch of them this week. On Tuesday, you have Georgetown at Louisville. It's Louisville's chance to make up for a poor non-conference start. They've already won at Syracuse, so to get Georgetown as another top 10 team on their belt would really be big for them. Dayton-Temple on Wednesday. Dayton's coming off a terrible road loss against Duquesne. Here's their chance to get a good quality win over Temple, but Temple's tough at home. Marquette is at St. John's on Wednesday night. Marquette's got a 9-game winning streak. This would be a road win, which is something the committee's really looking for, so it's going to be important for Marquette to not overlook St. John's. Clemson at Maryland. Both teams are pretty close to getting in, but for Clemson, this would be a huge road win. For Maryland, it would be a chance to stay in the top 3 teams in the ACC, and they're really going to need that. And San Diego State's at BYU. This is a big game. San Diego State, with a win like this, could give the Mountain West Conference 4 teams in the tournament, and that would be really big for a conference like that. And one other team could clinch a tie for a berth this week. Cornell plays Penn and Princeton. If they get both, the worst they can do is tie for the Ivy League title. And this weekend, there's 3 1 versus 2 matchups in the 3 of the power conferences. In the Big Ten on Sunday, Michigan State's at Purdue. Purdue already beat them at Michigan State. Michigan State's been sliding down since Kalen Lucas's ankle injury. This would be a great road win for them and a chance to solidify another regular season title in the Big Ten. In the Mountain West Conference on Saturday, New Mexico's at BYU. New Mexico's in the top 10 for the first time since 1997. They're on an 11-game winning streak, and again, to get a road win over a quality team like BYU would be huge for them as they look to be possibly a number 2 seed, probably a number 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. And in the Big East on Saturday night, Villanova's at Syracuse. This will be a great game in 1 versus 2, but it's also going to be a record-setting game. They cut the ticket sales off for the Carrier Dome at 34,616, which would be an on-campus record, 983 more than Syracuse sold for Jerry McNamara's last home game in 2006.